Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Open Angus Comedy Club, Cincinnati's home for stand-up comedy. Tuesday night, who's ready to have a good time? All right, pretty good. We can do a little back on that. Tuesday night, make some noise! Couple quick announcements before we get the show started. Please set those cell phones to the silent or off position. Keep that table talk to a minimum, and no heckling and comedians or you will be asked to leave. This is a contest. Now, everybody, make some noise for your friends and family you came to see on the funniest person in Cincinnati competition! And now, please help me welcome to the stage your host and MC, the very funny, the very talented, Tamari McCoy!
What's going on, everybody? How you doing Tuesday? All right, this half is excited, this half's on methadone, but we're gonna make it work. Oh, thank y'all for coming out tonight. It is the opening round of the semifinals of the Funniest Person in Cincinnati contest. Are y'all excited? Yes. You should be here because this means there are no more people in the opening amateur rounds. Yes. And if you were here for any of the amateur rounds, you know that the Supreme Court made a rush decision on overturning Roe versus Wade. Some of that comedy was terrible. All right. They ain't here to defend themselves. Fuck them. All right. Thank y'all for coming out, man. I'm happy to be here because this past Saturday, I was doing a show for 13 people in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hey, don't know why y'all cheered. I've been there. Oh, you're from there? Oh, that's correct. In good mood, yes. You haven't been to Fort Wayne, right idea. Sometimes you do comedy in places, man, and it's just not good. But Fort Wayne was fine. It's a decent enough city. And I say that because earlier this summer, I was doing a show in Dayton, Ohio, and I went through Xenia. Yeah. You ever just walk through an entire city and be like, nope. Either rebuild or move, but stop this shit immediately. But yeah, man, it's nice to be here at Go Bananas. This is where I started doing a contest many years ago, back in 2007. So it's nice to be here. Yeah. Yep. Did this contest 3 years, got to the finals, never won shit. So there's that. And now I get to host it. It's like working for, Amway products or something. But tonight you guys are going to have a lot of good fun. You're going to be seeing some people that you came out to support. And you all got your ballots. Let me go ahead and explain how that works early, because if the voting gets jacked up, you are not blaming the black dude. All right, so there's that. Yes, because we have a very diverse crowd tonight. We have white people and really white people. So thank you all for being here. So if you look at your ballots, you will see in the amateur categories, you have a lot of names. They are each going to be coming up here and doing 5 minutes of time. And after them, we will get into our semi-pros, who will be doing 6. Okay, for our GED people, that's this many. Okay, all right. So they will come up here and they would do their best to entertain you. Please make sure that you wait until everybody has had a chance to perform, and then you can go ahead and vote. At the end of the round, I will bring all the comedians that you saw back up on the stage so you can put a name with a face. And this is very, very important. In the amateur division, you will be voting for 3 contestants. You must vote for 3 or your ballot will not count, okay? And in the semi-pro division, you must vote for 2 contestants, otherwise your ballot will be invalid. Okay, so we got that math, right? How many in the amateur division? 3. All right. And how many in the semi-pro? 2. And how many women are going to give me head after the show? 0. It was worth a shot. I don't know, the night's young and y'all like a lot of liquor. Anyhow. So we're going to do that. So yes, so thank y'all for being here for that, man. Yeah, this is fun to do comedy. It's fun when this goes well, you know what I mean? Although nothing y'all can do to try to heckle, and don't do it, because unlike Chris Rock, I will slap your ass back. But it's fun when this goes well, but nothing that y'all can do to heckle me would hurt, because I used to teach. Yeah. And I used to teach middle school English in the hood. And I look like this. I have no self-esteem left. You can't hurt me anymore. Do we have any teachers here by round of applause? Yeah. That was as sad as it deserved to be. Have some of y'all met y'all kids, and we have parents here? Yeah, some of y'all made poor choices. You should have pulled out and swallowed. You made bad decisions. I'm not taking it back. I used to have middle school kids, man, and the kids I had were like just off the chain crazy. And then they would just be like dumb. You know what I mean? Like D-U-M because the B was like, nah, I'm good, I'm out. Like dumb. You understand? The thing that killed me though is that my kids would be surprisingly good at things that I never expected. Like I had one girl who failed every test she had in English the entire year. Now when I say every test, I don't mean like, oh, here's a quiz, oh, she didn't do so well. Oh, here's like, no. She failed every test. She misspelled her own name. Okay, do you realize that when you misspell your own name, the rest of your future ain't looking good in terms of your outlook on life? Here was the fucked up thing. She wrote me a love letter at the end of the year. It was the best shit she ever wrote. Had punctuation, commas, had a nice little heart over the I. Like, oh shit, if you were 18, this would be legal, but I'm not going to jail, so fuck you. Like, this is ridiculous, man, you know? So it's good to be here with y'all tonight in front of some adults. Although, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to hate young people, so I know I'm getting older. Yes, I know we have like some 20-somethings in the room because I could see you walking in and I saw hope in your eyes. I know you're in the building. Do you know y'all, like, for the most part, like, suck? I don't know how else to tell y'all that. Like, I don't know if that's news to y'all, but like, young people, y'all still like, you still think that you're gonna change the world. Like, when you're in your 20s, you're like, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna find a good job and I'm gonna make changes. And then you get in your 30s and you're like, I'm gonna make sure that I can do what I need to do to have a good life and provide for my partner and whatever else. And then you get 45 and you're like, I wanna find a good chair. I can just sit my ass down. This is the best shit ever. I've been thinking about this stool before the show started. So. All right, you guys seem like you warmed up enough. I'll be back up here at the end of the night to like go through like some more jokes while they count the votes and stuff. So let's get to the thing that you came here for tonight. Are you ready to get this year's funniest person in the Cincinnati semifinals going, ladies and gentlemen? All right. First contestant coming to the stage in the amateur division. How about a warm up for Mr. Michael Shea?
Keep it going for him. Let him hear it, guys. Yeah, I heard the volume go down as soon as I started talking. I'm the loud motherfucker. All right. How's it going? My name is Mike Shea. My friends tend to just call me Shay. My mom calls me Mikey. My ex called me on accident when she was fucking her boss. Wow, yeah, I said the same thing. He lasted a while, too. I was on hold for like 20 minutes. Yeah, he had her making noises I'd never heard her make before. At one point, she screamed, "Aye, Poppy!" I was like, she's Jewish. That's impressive. Okay. I have a 3-year-old daughter named Rosie that I love more than life itself. She lives with me. It's a great... Thank you. I know, you guys don't give a shit. It's great, but she's 3. Where are my parents at in here? Yeah. She is at that age where she is doing 2 things. She's putting shit in her mouth she's not supposed to, and just getting into fucking everything. The other day I came home and my kitchen cabinets were open, pots and pans were on the floor, put everything away, and I watched her walk over, bite the corner of the door, yank it open with her head. Now my cabinet doors have baby locks and teething rings attached to them. My friend said, maybe she's just acting out, Mike. Maybe she's just acting out, which is entirely possible because I do leave her home alone when I go to work. I also make her shit in a box. Rosie's a cat, by the way. I probably should have led with that at the beginning. Yeah. I went on my annual first date recently. I can never look the crowd in the eyes when I say that out loud. Like I have to, because it's the annual that really makes that one fucking hurt. My friends are like, just shoot your shot more. Well, I shoot my shot like a stormtrooper. So, oh my God, thank God you guys got that. Holy shit. Woo. Like, it's not that I'm bad with women, it's just they find me about as useful as a white crayon. So, Look, it's my favorite joke. I don't give a shit if you laugh at that or not. That one, I laugh when I wrote it. I laugh every time I say it out loud. You know, because everybody's got that friend, like when they've been single for a couple of months and you see them at a party, and they're like, they'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll find somebody. Let's introduce him to your friend Tiffany. She's got rid of the snaggletooth, right? She got that fixed? Right? Yeah, okay. I've been single since the Obama administration. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It hurts a little more every time I have to say it out loud, dude. Like I started writing his name on ballots just to make it hurt a little bit less. Like, not even president, just like, fuck it. School board treasurer, you got this, Barack. I believe in you. Yes, you can, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Balance that budget. I am the fat friend in my friend group. Thank you for asking. It's honestly, it's fine though. I'd rather be the fat friend because we get special privileges that skinny friends don't. Like fat guys, we always get to ride shotgun. Some of y'all been on car trips with us before. There's always that one skinny asshole that's like, can't Mike sit in the back with everybody this time? Everybody else is like, fuck no. He sits back here with us, he creates an air seal. Like, you open the door and it goes, like a Snapple bottle. Like you flip me over and there's a fun fact underneath. Trying to get this joke sponsored by Snapple, guys. Like, comedy's not paying super well. The other privilege that fat friends get is we get to pick where everybody sits when they go out to dinner. Because they always want to ask the same question when you go out to dinner, table or booth? Fat guys don't sit in booths. I just want to let you know that we don't. Because, first of all, can we stop bolting booth tables to the floor? Can we knock that shit off, please? Where's it going? Where am I taking it? Like, I'm fat, but I am not hide a table under my coat and walk it out the Buffalo Wild Wings front door fat. Like, my t-shirt is currently tucked in under my tits right now, fat. That's why I'm wearing a vest in the summer. No, I don't like sitting at booth tables. They're bolted to the floor. They press against your stomach. They create that crease that like lets you imagine where your abs could be if you could see them. If you hadn't just ordered a 50-piece wing, like, this isn't before the pandemic when wings were, affordable. Being the fat friend's okay though, especially because like there's a weird misconception that fat guys like me that we're not good in the bedroom, that we don't know how to fuck. That is wrong. No. We fuck just fine, it's just different with us, okay? Like we don't have the best thrust game in the world. I know that's a great indicator that I'm just like, there we go, cool. But ladies, we will lick you till you're seeing rainbows, that's a promise. Yeah. That's the jiggly fat guy solidarity salute. We shake it.
Give it up for your host, Mr. Tabari McCoy.
Guys, man.
Mike Lachey, everybody. Coming up next, make that round of applause keep on going for Mr. Nick Benavides.
That was a tiny mic stand. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm going to just get right into it. So I have a tattoo. Clap if you're tatted up. Anybody got a tattoo? Hell yeah. So I have a tattoo that I regret. I don't know if you guys can see it, but is anybody familiar with their zodiac signs? Does anybody know their zodies? So I'm an Aries, and I got an Aries tattoo for a ram because that's what an Aries is, but as you can see, this does not look like a ram. It looks like a vagina. Right, and I totally get it, it bleeds once a month, Those actually aren't freckles, those are warts. I actually went to my gynecologist recently, and she said that the bleeding would stop after 50, so. Nice, yeah, that's a menopause joke. I'm glad you got that. I actually ran that joke by my mom, who's currently going through menopause. And that's because she's my gynecologist, guys. Hi, Mom. Sorry about that piss smell. Man. I was gonna get right to it, but Man, though, a tattoo like this, you know, it does come in handy, though, in social situations, because whenever I'm with my boys and they're like, hey, man, do you know where the clitoris is? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's right here. I get depressed a lot, too, so whenever I need a little pick-me-up, I just gotta go, you know, just touch me up, yeah. Man. Yeah, though sometimes, you know, like, people have different interpretations. Sometimes I get a little flack, you know, like, sometimes when I tell that joke, women will come up to me after the show and tell me, hey, man, that is actually not a vagina. That actually looks like a uterus. And I was like, man, I really don't get pussy, do I? Man, though, this may be a bit hard to believe after that joke, but I am engaged, you know, that's pretty awesome, you know. Yes, please, thank you, thank you. I know, it's pretty shocking, but I'm engaged to a woman, shocker, and if there's anything I've learned about women, is that they have an insatiable thirst to go to Target. Right, it's so strange, like, one time I asked my fiance if she wanted to go to Target, and she said, you talk like that, you're gonna get your ass ate. Beautiful man that's sitting in the front row, that is probably my supervisor at GameStop. Do you eat ass? No? Well, we're not going to Target then. Anyways, though, so I work at Target. That's a much better answer than I received one time. One time I asked somebody that, and he said, I'm more of a Walmart guy. And I was like, ew, so he gets pegged. That side's into pegging. That's awesome. I'm gonna get your numbers after this. Man. But yeah, though, in addition to a fiance, you know, speaking of that, you know, she supports my stand-up comedy, you know. She talks to me before I perform the same way she would talk to the abortion doctor. She always says, you're gonna kill it. I mean, not in Ohio, but. You guys know that game Wordle? Wordle? So the New York Times owns Wordle, and they removed the word fetus from the word rotation. And I was like, man, New York loves removing those things. These jokes would kill in New York. Because they're babies, yeah. You know, that's actually the conclusion of my abortion jokes. I really hope you guys liked them, because after tonight I'm throwing those babies out. But my name's Nick Benavides. Thank you for your feedback. Get up for tomorrow.
Nick Benavides, your third contestant in the amateur division this evening. Please give a warm welcome for Mr. Luke Young.
All right, bananas, let's do this. I have a body to hide. I hate pears. Sucks. They got a weird mustache and their bread looks like dicks. One cool thing about Paris is they've got a labyrinth underneath their city. It's made of bones. Yeah, roughly 6 million people. Thought that's pretty interesting, right? You know, I did some research and I found out from the World Health Organization that the US lost about 2.5 million bodies to COVID. Where's our labyrinth? We're American, right? We're innovative. We can do some cool shit. What are we good at? Parades. That would have been too gruesome, right? A Ferris wheel. That would have been a little bit more brutal, right? You know? Could have broken the bodies up for joists. I don't know what joists are, but they sound structurally important. Maybe a wall. Be the scariest wall anybody ever tried to cross. I've been on TikTok and I've seen that there's this page called Ask Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack is a 100-year-old man. They like to ask Jack what life was like 100 years ago. And the one I had seen recently was, hey, Uncle Jack, what was your favorite snack growing up? And he, after he reboots from near death, my favorite snack was bread and milk. I don't know what the fuck I expected him to say. There's probably 3 things to eat back then. Bread, milk, pterodactyl wings. It was rough back then. You had to gather. I'm a nerd. It's tough being a nerd, you know, because all our loved ones and the people we love and our friends, we take in everything they tell us. We memorize it like it's lore, you know. But the moment we start to talk, it sounds like some nonsense that you guys want to tune us out, and it sucks. I get it though, because we ask dumb questions. Like, I really want to know if, do you guys think Luke Skywalker jerked off with his left hand after Vader cut off his right? These are questions I want to know. But it's fair you tune us out. And you guys do, because you guys get all your nerd friends and families the same stuff. Funko Pops. No one gives a fuck about Funko Pops unless they actively collect them. But yeah, I'm a hater as a nerd, you know what I mean? It makes sense. We all have our own thing. You can find me in a hobby store at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, smelling like BO and last night's pot roast, looking at a grown man with an RC car in his hands, excited to buy it, and think to myself, what the fuck went wrong in that guy's life? Everybody's got grandmas, right? Everyone loves their grandmas. No one loves their grandma like we love our grandma. I love my grandma, dude. My grandma, she got diagnosed with Parkinson's some time ago. So sometimes it makes it seem like she's letting you know that there's a sale at Jeff Weiler, you know? She's cool, she keeps you on edge, but she likes to ask the same grandma questions everyone grandmas asks. But they drive me up a fucking wall, you know? How are you, Luke? I'm good, I'm just tired. You're too young to be tired. That's why the fuck I'm tired, Grandma. I'm out doing shit. I'm working 8-hour shifts. I'm staying out all night. I'm doing stand-up comedy. I'm eating steak with my real teeth. What is your excuse? You slept 12 of the 24 hours today, took medicine and ate pudding. You should be full of energy. When she was diagnosed with Parkinson's, we all decided to, get together as a family and buy her like a gift, you know what I mean? And we got her something you would never expect to get someone with Parkinson's. We got her a 5,000 puzzle piece tiger head. That should have taken her till the end of her days to finish building this thing. We got it for her for Christmas. It took Shaky Face 3 days to finish it. She sent a message to the group chat saying, next year get me a gun. You got it, Grandma. I'm going to give it to her in pieces next year. See if she can't put it together like
Ladies
a
and
puzzle.
gentlemen, give it up for your host, Mr. Jabari and Florida.
Contestant number 4, making his way to the stage, is Sam Milazzo, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? Go Bananas. Thanks for coming out tonight. Keep it going for Luke and Tabari and all the comics you've seen so far. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been working on myself recently. I went to my doctor for a checkup yesterday. I got to the appointment and she said, you smell like cigarettes, Sam. How much have you been smoking? I was like, I smoke, but not a lot. I'm not like a pack per day guy. That's crazy, right? She was like, so how much are you smoking per week? I was like, 5 or 6 packs. She was like, Sam, that's 100 cigarettes. Smoking that much increases your risk of cancer by 60%. So I asked, well, what percent am I at right now, Doc? Look, I run. I eat Chipotle for lunch. Who's the real expert here? Right? You guys are fun. You guys are fun. I've also been working on my relationship with my dad. Not like a kissing relationship. I don't kiss my dad. I went to church with him on Easter, but after the service, he was like, "Hey Sam, you seem a little out of it. Have you been smoking weed?" And I was like, "How do you think I get through church, dude? The guy's dressed like a wizard, and I gotta listen to him talk for an hour." And he was like, "I don't get you, man. I don't get how you're smoking weed all the time." And I was like, "Well, no one understands why you watch Andy Griffith every fucking day." Right? Different strokes for different folks. Gotta love him, gotta love my dad. I also saw my sister recently. She has 2 babies, my 2 nephews, but she won't let me hold her second child because I dropped her first baby on its head. Yeah, now he has to wait a year before he can start preschool. Wow. Guess I should have gotten him some ibuprofen. Do they make ibuprofen for babies? Yes? Well, I'll be prepared next time. Hell yeah. I've also been working on my dating life with women, to clarify. It was actually going pretty well with this one girl, not gonna lie, but one day she texted me and she said, "Hey Sam, I just wanna let you know I'm not looking for anything serious." And I was like, "Hey lady, I have psoriasis and no car insurance. Do you think I'm a serious guy?" She broke up with me. She broke up with me, dude. So sad. I think it's funny when people say they had a mutual breakup with their partner. Like, I've never understood that. How can both people break up with each other at the same time? Do they go 3, 2, 1, let's break up? No, dude, someone ends up crying. Someone always ends up crying, and it's always me. It's always me. I cry like a little baby when a girl breaks up with me. I go, "Wow, whose boobs am I gonna suck on now?" Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. That was a prayer. Don't know if you guys caught that at the end. Yeah, so now I'm just alone and I masturbate, like single people do. Gotta say, masturbation, really embarrassing. Has anybody here ever been caught jerking off, finger blasting themselves? Anybody? I don't see any hands. Don't see any hands. I got caught one time, dude. Worst day of my life. My dad walked in the room and he was like, "You gotta stop doing this in the kitchen." And I was like, "Well, maybe you shouldn't put a bottle of lotion right next to the fucking sink." Right? Yeah, let's finish with a fun one. You guys like Harry Potter? Yeah. I gotta say that The Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite movie. You know, that's the one where the Dementors are flying around protecting the prison of Azkaban, of course. Sucking the souls out of people. The entire movie. Imagine getting topped off by one of those guys. Sucking the soul right out of you. Man, I am lonely. Thanks, guys.
Sam Milazzo, everyone. We are only doing fist bumps. All right. Coming up next, please keep it going for your next contestant, Miss Ivy Lavelle.
I thought it was only fist bumps. Okay. Rules change fast around these parts. I don't know what to do. I notice I'm the only girl in the amateur division. It's a little rough, though. The pressure's on, and I crack under pressure. That's not good. Can't be all cracked out here, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be able to do my job, okay? But this is the amateur. You don't get paid. It's not really my job, you know. The second definition of amateur said incompetent. And I was looking it up tonight. I was like, oh fuck, what am I doing tonight? Oh shit, the incompetent comedy competition. All right. Let's keep it going. So, yeah, the only girl here, that's kind of cool. At least it's not a physical competition, you know what I mean? I, physically weaker, mentally, though, also weaker. Yeah. It's kind of funny though. Might sympathy votes. Come on, baby. Woo, let's get 'em going. All right, thank you. Good night. I'm kidding. There's still not a basement in here. All right. So we're in Cincinnati. That's cool. Super fun. You guys ever go to the Rock Hard Casino or the Hard Cock Casino? Fuck. What is it? The Cock Hard Casino. Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I having a joke or telling a stroke? You know what I'm saying? God, I don't know anymore. All right. So annoying. Let's abandon it. Let's keep going. How's everyone doing tonight emotionally? Are you okay? Okay, good. Good. I have to turn my emotional pain into physical pain a lot of stuff. You know, I don't want to do. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. I just play bad music to myself and myself harmonica. You'll hear it later. Don't worry. You'll hear it later. Do you guys feel me on that though? Do you guys feel that? It's kind of hard. Emotional pain. You guys feel me? Does anyone want to feel me tonight? Please. Really help my pain. I'm kidding. It's been so long. I did get an STD yesterday though. Sorry, that's a shit ton done. Okay, it's just my job. I go to work. Okay, it's a 9 to 5. Yes, I'm a prostitute. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's not. I work in a factory. It's a factory. A fuck factory. I'm kidding. Okay. I can't. Legally, I'm not allowed to. Legally, I'm dead on the inside. If someone wants to have coitus with me, I gotta report them to the authorities for desecrating a corpse. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Necrophilia is not a joke. Okay? It's not funny. It's a crime. I gotta do what I gotta do. That's why I moved to Spain, though. It's legal there. I need love too. You know what I mean? Don't forget about me. To write this joke, I had to Google places where necrophilia is legal. Not a good look for me. Deleting the search history wasn't good enough. I had to fucking blow up that computer. I did. I lost my library card too. They hated it. They called the cops on me very fast. Circle of life. Woo. Oh my God. And to write this joke too, like this joke is ruining my life. I had to type in necrophilia. My phone wouldn't let me write it. It just kept turning into necessary. I was like, no, necrophilia, like 100 million times. And now it won't stop suggesting necrophilia. It's terrible. Oh my God. My boss messaged me a picture of her new office. She was like, hey, I have a new painting. Do you like it? I don't. She doesn't need any more new paintings, okay? She was like 50. It's the size of a porta potty. It's like 4x4. You don't need it. Okay, so I'm trying to be a good person. I was trying to be honest. I was like, texted back. I was like, you don't need it. I don't like it. It's not necessary. My phone said, no, I don't like it. It's not necrophilia. Yeah, if anyone's hiring, I know someone who's looking for a job. It's not me. I got promoted. I don't know. I think it's hush money. I can't tell. I think she's a comedian too. We bonded over it. I hope she's a comedian because we work at a funeral home. So, all right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Ivy Lavelle, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Next up in the amateur division, how about a warm welcome for Mr. Max Wampler?
Hell yeah, it's good to be here, guys. I had a bad start to my day. I tried to go to the Golden Corral for lunch. Turns out it was closed for good. Yeah, but the good news is it's now an autism learning center, so it's like it never left. Sloppy spaghetti either way. That girl liked that too much. Let's go. I want to get to know you guys, all right? We're going to do a little poll here, okay? Someone asked me the other day. It's a classic question, okay? Boobs or butts? Okay. Now, who here is for boobs? Oh, shit. All right. Now, who here is for butts? All right, I gotta be honest, I'm a vagina guy. If this were an election, I'm voting independent, dude. I'm a vaginal libertarian. That'd be an awesome election, wouldn't it? Boobs versus butts. But you know the butts would win because they get 98% of the black vote. So. But boobs would get 98% of the boob, or babies would get 98% of the boob vote. So I guess swing voters would be black babies. I did have a rough week. Had a very rough week. I sent a dick pic to the wrong person. You ever done that? Huh? Yeah, anybody? This guy, yeah. This fries, yeah. I sent it to one of my uncles. Yeah, and I didn't know what to do, you know? I was like, I think the only thing I can do is just be honest about it, you know? So I'll text him and tell him the truth. So that's what I did. I texted him, I said, whoops, wrong uncle. Meant to send that to Gary, not Larry. He's the one who molested me. High five, let's go. Anyone here boozing tonight? No, you guys aren't drinking. I can see your beverages. I just started drinking recently. I waited a long time. I don't know why I waited so long. It's probably because everyone in my family is like a crazy alcoholic, you know? But just the other day, my mom is now 5 years sober. Isn't that cool? Yeah, give it up for my mom, man. Yeah, she's also been dead for 5 years, so you guys are dicks. All you guys care about is Joe Burrow and dead moms. I don't live here. I think Joe Burrow's pussy, dude. Some guy was talking about tattoos earlier, dude. He got a vagina on his arm or something. I'm so done with tattoos, dude. Everyone's getting these crazy tattoos. Like, I've got this friend, he's totally ruined it for me. He gets these things called perspective tattoos. He'll be like, dude, yeah, I'm getting this tattoo. It's a dragon wearing Converse shoes, but if you turn it upside down, it's actually a portrait of Anne Frank, and it says hope. But she's looking in the mirror, and it's Pennywise the Clown, because that's how Hitler sees her, you know? But she's holding a guitar, and she's like, I'm not going to be quiet anymore, Nazis, guitar solo, woo, woo, woo. But it's Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstein guitar, and it says, Anne Frankenstein, she's back. Oh, what, you guys don't like Anne Frankenstein jokes? Let's go, baby. Yeah, that's just a tattoo I have on my ass. So, I love visiting grave sites. Anyone else here? No, let's go. Yeah, dude, Cincinnati's weird, man. I do. I love visiting famous grave sites. I went to one in Chicago recently, and it's this famous statue called Eternal Silence. And if you look at it in the eyes, you're supposed to see how you die. So of course I did that, right? And all I saw was me eating a club sandwich. Yeah. So now every time I go into McAllister's Deli, everyone there has no idea that I'm trying to kill myself. All right, I'm Max Wampler. Thanks a lot, guys.
Max Wampler, ladies and gentlemen. Our second to last contestant in the amateur division. Keep it going for Spencer DeMolke.
What's up, guys? How we doing, huh? Yeah, everyone said that, I know. The other day, somebody told me I look like Freddie Mercury. Well, that's not what they said. They said Freddie Mercury if he always wore a condom. Yeah, probably not a compliment. I never really did well with girls growing up. I remember I came home from school one day. My dad was like asking me if there were any girls I liked in my class, that kind of thing. And I still remember, like, we were talking and then he just got quiet for a minute. He looked at the floor and then he looks up at me and he goes, you know, Spencer, if you want to wait till you're married to have sex, that's totally okay with me. I was just like, I don't. I don't know what I was doing that made you think that. I'm actually trying to have it tomorrow if I can. That'd be great. I was like, Dad, is that what you did when you were my age? He's like, nah, I'm not a fucking pussy, but just trying to give you advice. Yeah, so that caught me off guard, because up until that point I figured that's what my family would have wanted, was for me to wait. So I heard that. Woke up the next morning for school, jumped out of bed, walked up to the hottest girl in my class, and I didn't have sex for 5 more years. That was 4.5 years ago. My dad's not super with it though. Like, he thinks our phones are tracking us. but he also thinks that Twitch is a dating app for people with Tourette syndrome, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's tough. My parents are Jews. I don't know. Really welcoming reaction for that. I don't know. Thanks for making me feel comfortable. Somebody said something over here. Was that? Yeah, all right, good. Anti-Semite, that's what I thought. Yeah, I know I just talked shit about my dad. My mom, Jew. Man. She, every time I go home to visit my parents, if I have like a shirt with a pattern on it, my mom will always like inspect it. Like if she checks the stitching to see if it matches up. And that's not like a Jewish thing, but it's not a Jewish thing, you know what I mean? And I'm like, also, Mom, maybe go easy on the guy who made this shirt because of how he's probably 6 years old, right? Like, that's not really fair. It was made by a baby that skipped lunch. The guy did a pretty good job. He's wearing a onesie, he made me a button down, you know what I mean? It's pretty good. Are you guys horny? Not right now, sorry, I'm not trying to be gross. All right, somebody's coming. I'm not. I don't mean right now, I mean like as people. Like, I'm not horny. Not right now, but also as a guy. Like all my boys are fucking freaks, dude. All my friends are getting pegged. What happened to my fucking boys, dude? I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm the fucking weird one. Pegging, Nick was talking about it. I think you guys, pegging is when you get bored of regular sex, so you turn to your partner and you're like, I think I want to be the girl this time. And they're all trying to convince me to do it. They all turn into fucking doctors. They're just like, Spencer, you know the male G-spot is in the asshole. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe. But life isn't just about coming as hard as you possibly can, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to blow my sack wide open in the bedroom. I'm not trying to push the boundaries of how hard man can come, you know what I mean? Just still like the regular old front way of doing it. You guys remember when I said I was Jewish? Alright, so don't be weird when I do this next one. When you get to the Holocaust, you're being weird. All right. The first thing that they did to all the Jews when they got to the Holocaust was they gave everybody a tattoo on their arm, like a string of numbers. God, sorry, somebody's fully yawning in the front row. Sorry, I'm boring you with my set. I don't know what I could be doing. She's like, fucking get this over with. Anyway, I gotta hurry up. When the Jews got to the Holocaust, they gave everybody a number tattoo, and I always think about how crazy that would be. Like, you show up to the Holocaust, you know, you park your car, you walk in, there's like one other guy from your town, and you go through the tattoo line, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, where are we? What is going on? And then the other dude from your town comes out of the tattoo line, and he's just like, dude, look, if you look at it upside down, it says boobies. This place is gonna rock. All right, you guys, that's my time, everybody. Give it up for Tabari.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right. And now our last contestant in the amateur division following our Jewish comedian is Christian Grant.
Overtime for Tabari and Spencer. Yeah, I'm gonna get right into this. Something crazy happened to me. I got off work, I was headed to the door of my house, and this guy kind of came up behind me and snuck up behind me. He's like, hey buddy. Hey guy. Hey buddy, hey guy. Hey buddy, hey guy, hey buddy. I'm like, what? He's like, sorry, I don't mean to bother you. But I got a drug test for a job interview. And I was relieved, honestly. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm not clean, dude. He's like, oh no, I got piss. What? What? I got piss. I was just wondering if I could heat it up in your microwave. Oh, no, right? I mean, as much as I want my kitchen to smell like hot piss. I prefer hot cum. I have trouble dating. I'm getting older. My dad's getting older. I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about our life that we used to have. And my dad's one of those guys that believes if everyone had a gun, crime would disappear. One time, I'm like, let's go get groceries. He handed me a gun. He's like, here, watch the car. I was 6. You know what? You might be right. You might be right. If everyone had a gun, crime would disappear. Because as a 6-year-old, if I had the strength to cock that gun, one crime would disappear. Early bedtime. My dad would come up to me, he's like, whoa, 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 and I'll be like, ice cream or you scream, you know? Like, what did he expect? He gave a gun to a 6-year-old and left him in a hot car. I asked him, he's like, well, I gave you a way out, so there's that. Guys, I'm in a really grateful period in my life, because all of my life I've had kidney failure, and 2 months ago, I got a kidney transplant. Yeah, I'm really grateful. If you know anyone who's looking for a donor, help them out, because it's a hard thing to do, you know? So it's not just hard to do, but it's hard to ask. Like, I'm not good at it. I don't think anyone's good at it. I feel like the people that are good at asking are going to get your kidney regardless of your answer. I mean, like, even the people that wanted to connect with me about my donor search, they would be enthusiastic. They'd be like, hey, I got some good news. I'm like, you want to give me your kidney? They're like, no, 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 no. But I did want to tell you, I am an organ donor on my driver's license. I'm like, cool, driver's license, cool. I guess I hope you crash and die. Like, what do you expect? I don't know. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that's over. I'm in a grateful place in my life. If you're wondering how I got kidney failure in the first place, as a kid, I got bit by a wasp. I got bit by a wasp on my wrist, and then got kidney failure. Yeah, Peter Parker can suck my dick, okay? Yeah, I'm happy that's over. The transplant itself, it's a little rough. The recovery, that was a little rough. My doctor said I couldn't lift 10 pounds for 6 weeks. I'm like, how am I supposed to be? I said, yeah. Yeah. It's like big dick jokes. Yeah, here we go. Look, I was talking to a friend, and if someone tells you they have ED, make sure they clarify which one. I thought I was supporting my friend about his eating disorder. I was like, look, I know it's hard. He's like, it's actually not. If you think that's awkward, I offered to help, okay? Thank God he said no. Guys, you've been so much fun. Thank you so much. Give it up for everybody.
Christian Rand, ladies and gentlemen, he is your final competitor in the amateur division. So next we are getting ready to start bringing up the semi-pros, but before we do that, can we get a round of applause for the hardest working people in the room tonight? And by that I mean your wait staff, ladies and gentlemen. Got Riley and Ellen bringing you your food and drink, so please be kind to them at the end of the night. Now with that out of the way, are you ready to keep that enthusiasm going for the semi-pros? What was that? You keep your Breaking Bad looking ass over there. Right. Coming to the stage first in the semi-pros, give it up for Juan Arellano.
Keep it going, everybody. Come on. My name is Juan Arellano. A little something about me. I'm uncircumcised. I'm uncircumcised. I just like to get that out of the way early, just in case any of you were wondering.
I'm Mexican and a lot of Mexican men aren't circumcised, but that's not the case here. I was circumcised. It just keeps growing back. I think she gets cold in the winters. My penis is a woman. It's 2023. Some of you guys are liking this. Some of you guys are like, what the fuck is this kid on? Hell yeah. I love it. I am Mexican. I'm not very good at it. Like, I'm Mexican, but I don't really like to work. They say Mexicans are coming to this country to take your jobs. Yeah, your jobs are safe around me. I'm chill. My mom all the time, she's like, you need to quit stand-up and get a real job. You need to be like your cousin Paco. Paco's a pharmacist. I'm like, Paco's a drug dealer. I'm pretty sure CVS doesn't let you work from home. It's true though. I am a bad Mexican. My Spanish sucks. My Spanish is very bad. And my girlfriend's Venezuelan, so she only ever talks to me in Spanish. So sometimes we'll be arguing, and she'll be like, ajá, marico, me estás parando bola o no, mamá huevo. And I just have to like look at her like, I'm not gonna lie to you, chief. I ain't seen none of that shit on Duolingo. I'm not even sure that's Spanish really, you know? The Indiana in me comes out, I'm like, this is America, we speak English, goddammit. All right. I did. My Spanish is awful. I'll tell you what made my Spanish worse. I took high school Spanish here in the States. Anyone here take high school Spanish? What a joke. Miss, you took high school Spanish? What's your name? Carrie. Carrie. Did you get a Spanish name in high school Spanish? Carolina. All right, we'll let it slide. I hated those girls though who were like, oh yeah, I'm Nicole, but come 7th period Spanish class, I identify as Guadalupe Chalupa or some shit. I didn't get a Spanish name, Carrie, because I was born with mine. Yeah. So everyone just called me Juan in Spanish class. Remember one day I got into class and my Spanish teacher was like, oh, Juan, we feel so bad that you're stuck with your complicated ass Spanish name all the time. How about this? How about everyone gets a Spanish name, but you get an American name? So for the rest of that year, my teacher and all my classmates had to call me LeBron James. Best year of my life. Something all Latino men are pretty good at is we're all pretty short. Like, I'm 5'9", 5'8", 5'7.5". All right, you fuckers. All right, you got me. But you know, I'm what the kids call a short king nowadays. And you know, I have a problem with it because you know, that's never been too much of a problem. I do love tall queens though. Any tall queens over there? Oh, okay. I can only see you because I'm slightly elevated. But you know, I am a short king, and I was messaging this girl on Tinder not too long ago, and it was getting pretty late, and I was like, hey, well, you want to come over? And she's like, yeah, sure, just one quick question. How tall are you? And I was like, I'm 5'8". She goes, well, I'm 5'11.5". And I said, well, we're all the same height laying down. And she said, what's your address? Thank you. You know, she comes over and, you know, we make love or whatever. And I'll say this, I do pride myself on helping women arrive to their destinations in the bedroom, you know? And, you know, we hooked up and I recognized that I don't think that she got to where she was going. And so I had to ask, did you arrive to your destination? Which, as a side note, fellas, if you have to ask, usually means the train never really took off, you know? So, you know, at this point, we're all stood up, and I'm like, did you arrive to your destination? And she's like, no, to be honest with you, no, I didn't. And I was like, don't worry, got you next time. And then she said, yeah, don't worry about it, little buddy. And then she did that to my head. And I was like, can I at least get a forehead kiss goodbye or something? Guys, I'm Juan Ariano. I love you so much. Have a good night. Bye.
Keep it 1 for 1, ladies and gentlemen. Now, coming to the stage is your next contestant, Miss Osha Dwyer.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be out of the house. I know I don't give that kind of energy off. I know it seems like I've been forced to do this as a cruel prank, but I do love doing this. I'm having the time of my life. I'm up here, I'm dressed like a Vietnam veteran. This is the best day of my life. No, I am happy to be out of the house. I live with my partner. Does anyone else live with their partner? Yeah, it's always a clap. It's never a yes, and our relationship is the same. I love living with my partner. It is wonderful. It's just, different. Like when you first get together, it's so cute when you wake up next to each other, right? Like you're so in love. Like sometimes you do like a little kiss to wake them up. Or like, you pet their head. Or if you're horny, you swipe their butt crack like a credit card. We have just unfortunately passed that. Like now, every day at 4:45, I fart my partner away. We're at that part in our relationship. Like we're getting married this year. Like my heart wants to get married, but my ass wants to give him mesothelioma. So it is so complicated. I'm so worried. I have a huge life insurance policy out on him just in case. I'm happy to be here, but I do suffer from depression. There's a lot of things you can do if you have depression. There's a lot of resources out there. Did you guys know that if you have depression, Applebee's will bring your food to your car for you? Do you guys know about the government program called Applebee's Carside to Go? For women that are not allowed inside the Applebee's anymore on account of the crying? Do you guys like Applebee's? No. Okay, I love Applebee's. Applebee's is my favorite restaurant of all time. Yeah, I told that to a doctor and they were like, 100% you have depression. You actually have it the worst we've ever seen. That's fucking sad. I love Applebee's. Applebee's is so good. I'm 28. No one my age eats at Applebee's anymore because that's where all of our parents got divorced at once. You know that kind of feeling? Like if you've been in Applebee's, you have sat in a booth where parents sat down their kid. They said, we're not in love anymore. It's your fault. We're doing a 2 for $20 meal deal and then we're not a family. Yeah, you all laughed. You know what a 2 for $20 meal deal is. Leaving me up here sweating in this fireproof coat for some reason. Yeah, I am getting married this year. It's coming up. It's good. I'm not stressed. I'm not a bridezilla. I did cut a mole off myself today, but that's not from the stress. That's just because I think dermatologists are fucking scams. Like, you have to go to their home, take off your clothes, and they get to look at all the weird stuff on your body, and then you give them money? Ladies, if you do that in front of a webcam, you can make like 2 million yen an hour. You better do it. I'm doing all the regular wedding stuff, like I went wedding dress shopping with my mom. Wedding dress shopping is like a fun cultural moment that you do with your mom that's also a hate crime towards women. It's crazy. I didn't know before you go that they don't have every dress size, right? They have like small, medium, large, pregnant, and then the woman was like, well, your size is a little bit above pregnant, so we're gonna figure it out. And by figure it out, she meant that she was gonna drape the dress over me and then clip it to the insecurities on my back. Yeah, you know this part, you know the top part that folds over, and you grow mung beans under it in the summertime? That part? And they don't clip it with a human clip or a fabric clip. up in the garage when he wants to work late at night, you know? When he wants to be under the car and pretend he doesn't have a family. They clip it to you, they open the curtain, they're like, show your mom. And my mom's like, we really thought you were gonna be gay. We budgeted for a tuxedo. That's fair. They did think I was gonna be gay. I played women's ice hockey in high school. It's not as popular around here. I grew up in New England. Women's ice hockey, for you guys that don't know, is the only female sport where you have to wear a cup so that the other women don't finger you on the ice. It is incredibly sexually aggressive. It is terrifying. You know what? That is it for me. Thank you guys so much.
Ocean Choir, ladies and gentlemen. Your third contestant in the semi-pro division this evening. How about a warm welcome for Mr. Joe Shelby?
All right, what's up, honkies? How we doing? All right, so a little bit about me. I recently graduated from college. Yeah, thanks. It was expensive. I got my degree in acting. I graduated from the University of Phoenix online. So you guys are in for a treat tonight. This is going to be really good. My senior year, we had to reenact a movie. We had to like Skype it in or whatever. I chose to reenact the movie The Titanic. This is pretty much what happened right here. Yeah, I got a D on that one. D for DiCaprio, you know what I'm talking about, baby. Just did 23andMe. You guys ever do that? 23andMe? Paid out the ass for it. Just got the results back. Turns out I'm transgendered, so. I don't know. This is a good crowd. This is a hot room right now. Would you guys mind if I just kind of open up and be honest a little bit? Is that cool? All right, cool. So, I recently found out that my dad I'm just going to do a different joke, actually. You guys ever hear of Gravity? Hold on a second. I said y'all hear of Gravity? Well, then how'd them camels get them titties on their backs? No, for real, guys. So I just wanted to tell you, I just found out that my dad has AIDS. And I'm just gonna do a different joke, actually. I got a sandwich earlier today. I got a panini sandwich, $14.50. What a fucking ripoff. Did you guys know paninis aren't actually made out of midget penises? It's not even what that is. Outlandish. Okay, for real. So like I was saying before, just found out that my dad has AIDS. And That's just a joke, guys. I haven't finished that one yet. I'm still working on it. Should be pretty funny. Yeah, you guys are cool. Thanks for letting me do that. Also, thanks for coming out, guys, to support your friends. And for real, thanks for paying your taxes. I was on food stamps for a while, so you guys did me real solid. I really appreciate that. First day I got my food stamps, I was super excited. Went to Whole Foods, bought some caviar. It's $50 an ounce. I bought 2 ounces. That's $100. Took that stuff home, tasted it. Tasted like shit. I threw it away. The joke's on you guys. Thanks for paying your taxes. You guys rule. I love it. What else, man? I've been watching a lot of weird porn lately. Yeah, mainly old people porn because my neighbors don't have curtains. Yeah, and I don't have TV, so I gotta do something when I'm eating chips. You know what I mean? Tell you what goes great with Doritos. It's old dude chubs and saggy titties. Am I right? And Mountain Dew's pretty good. Let's be honest, guys. Mountain Dew's awesome. I was at the bar the other night. I saw 2 chicks making out. Somebody was like, "Oh, sick, PDA." And I was like, "What? Who doesn't like 2 chicks making out at the bar?" And he's like, "No, you're masturbating." And I was like, "Yeah, true. You got me." All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks a lot.
Joe Shelby, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Coming up to the stage next is contestant number 4 in the semi-pro division. How about a warm welcome for Mr. Justin Atkins?
Church is chicken. How's that not the one that hates gay people, right? Like, it's right in the name, you know, it's baked in there. Or deep fried, however they do it. I don't know. A lot of people say that Chick-fil-A is homophobic because they're a Christian organization. I don't buy that. I don't think that's true. I think Chick-fil-A is homophobic because they're a closeted organization. You know, just get a little squirmish when they're turned on, you know what I mean? I don't know. Next time you get to Chick-fil-A, I want you to look your underage cashier in the eyes. I want you to say, "Isaiah, it gets better." Go back there, tell Noah and the rest, whatever their Bible names are. I don't know, that was fun. Anyways, guys, I had a fantastic time getting here today. I went to leave for the contest. I told myself if one of my jokes got weird, I would just tell you what happened. I went to leave for here and found out one of my windows was bashed in my car. Yeah, so let's hear it for vandalism. That guy had a good night. You know, let's hear it for out there doing pranks, you know? I don't know, it was fun. My window got bashed in, and that's not the weird part. The weird part is he didn't take anything, right? Like, that was a little hurtful. Like, he didn't take anything? Like, there's a coat that I like in the back of the car, and he didn't want that? I don't know, like, what's that? Like, do I like bad coats? Like, some guy's busting into cars, and he's like, "Yeah, not that coat. I'll take this hammer you had in the front seat, but not this nice rain jacket that your mom got you." Yeah, I'll leave that. I don't know. What I think's weird about it is that, like, what you could see inside my car, the only thing you could see inside my car to take was a bundle of wood. What's in that fucking car, right? You know how many rich people carry bundles of wood around town? All of them. That's what he knows, you know? You gotta pay attention to these street geniuses out there stealing my bundles of wood. He actually left my bundle of wood. Is this guy really homeless? He couldn't use a bundle of wood? Come on. I don't know, guys. I'll stop complaining about that. I am from the deep fried hills of Kentucky. Yeah, let's hear it for that. Let's hear it for that. If anything, just to heal my soul. That's it for that. I'm from so deep out in the hills that we can't even laugh at Florida Man. Because we got to laugh with Florida Man, you know? Like heart to heart, mind to mind, you know what I mean? Like that's my brother out there. Like the only reason we weren't wrestling alligators is we didn't have any, you know? You let loose a wet lizard out in them woods, it's gonna get wrestled, you know? Oh, it'll get wrestled. We might not know how to wrestle it, but we'll find out, you know? Process of elimination, you know? It's just gonna eliminate one dumb Kentuckian after another until somebody has the right idea about wrestling an alligator. One thing we do have in common with the Floridians, you know, the powerful people of Florida, is you might have heard about this. They smoke bath salts and try to chew off their neighbors' faces. Yeah, you know? Don't you think that we'd love to smoke bath salts and chew off our neighbors' faces? Like you don't think I want that? You know, we'd love that, you know? And we'd love to have that, and we try for it, not for a lack of bath salts, you know, but, you know, if we just had a few more teeth, I think we give it the old try, it just comes out more affectionate than we mean it to, you know? I don't know. We do got this one thing, though. One thing we do have in common with them is that I wouldn't be surprised to wake up and find out my local politicians had beef with a cartoon mouse. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know, but growing up out in the hills, you grow up kind of religious, you know? Like, I grew up real religious. Like, not snake handling church, you know? But I could get you to one, you know what I mean? I could get you to one, get you a good one, you know what I mean? Out there, one thing about any religion is funerals are a weird gaslighting process, you know? Like you just show up and there's some holy man and you're like, hey, Padre, can you make us feel better? Michael's dead. It's like, oh, Michael's not really dead. He's like, no, I assure you. Got shot in the face, he died. He's like, well, who knows where Michael is? He's 3 feet in front of you in a box, Padre. Don't give me that shit. I don't know. Out in the country, though, they do this weird thing. Like out here, like you pay somebody to tell you that your friend went to heaven, you know? But like back home, you just have like your cousin Jedi, and he's out there giving you his best guess at where he went. You know, just show up and be like, well, I guess our friend Roger probably went to hell. Nobody fucking asked you, all right? Man, I tell you what, you guys, I love Go Bananas. I love you all. Let's hear it for the contest. Let's get Tabari back up here. Have a good night.
Justin Atkins, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And now, for your final contestant in the semi-pro division, please welcome Greg Winston.
6 months ago, my roommate and I adopted a fish. And 3 days ago, stopped moving, stopped breathing, which was fine, because he was high maintenance, and I was always taking care of him. Now it's just me and the fish. I'm autistic. I don't like when normal people call autism a social disorder. I'm actually really good with cues. Went on a date with the girl, she said, I'm cold. Right away, I knew what to do. Said, that sucks for you. Autism makes you real absent-minded. You know, a lot of people, they confuse you for a pothead. And that really offends me. Like this one time, I almost got arrested because the cop thought that I was high. I was really mad. I said, hey, now you can't arrest me for my genetics. He said, well, you are holding weed. I didn't know what a dildo was until I was 25. Went on a date with a girl. girl. She asked me what I was into. I wanted to sound sexually advanced. I said, dildos. That was a terrible night. I'm bad at sex. One time I was having sex with a girl, she said, hey, that's the wrong hole. I apologized. She said, that's okay. We can just throw that bagel away. That day, we redefined the meaning of an everything bagel. So I've been watching what a lot of people do up here. Noticed that a lot of people are trying to be funny. Thought I could try and, write a joke. Keep in mind, humor is a social skill. I am autistic. Please be kind to what I came up with, okay? Why did the fireman cry? Because he was unable to save the family of 4. Is this thing on? Back to the serious stuff. An autistic person got in trouble for threatening to kidnap someone. He might get off. He didn't know that that was socially unacceptable. Makes me wonder what I'd get away with. Like, what if Bin Laden was autistic? Would we have just been like, guys, just really likes planes, My uncle came up to me last week and said, Greg, I need a cookie. I said, no way, pal. No one needs a cookie. Have some discipline. Then an ambulance came. Doctor explained to me how diabetes works. I'm gonna win this thing. Nobody else even has a chance. Girl called me a simp last week. For those who don't know, a simp is someone who's overly submissive to women in an attempt to get with them. And I don't take that shit. I said, excuse me, can I please get back to clipping your toenails? Fuck, I'm good at this. I'm pro-choice. Damn right. One guy went up to me and said, hey, you like sports. What if Joe Burrow was aborted? What if LeBron James was aborted? That didn't really change my mind. In fact, it made me think if there were more abortions, maybe I would have made the JV basketball team. Thank you. I think you'd be great, but I can't really tell.
And your final contestant in the semi-pro division, Greg Winston, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. All right. So at this time, we are getting ready to bring everyone back to the stage so you can put a name with the face, and when people come up, you'll be able to know who was who. Remember, you must vote for 3 in the amateur division, and 2 in the semi-pro, and 2 from each division will advance to the next round. So, coming to the stage first, Michael Shea. Smokey and Christian Grant. So once again, these are your contestants in the amateur division. Make sure you vote for at least and only 3 of them, and make sure you put them in there and they can see who you did, because one time somebody checked 4 and the illiterate bastard cost somebody a vote. So make sure you get them right. All right, this is your amateurs. That's it. Go back out there. Okay. Yes. And now we're going to bring up your semi-pros. First, we had Juan Arellano. We had Ocean Dwyer. Joe Shelby. Justin Atkins. And Greg Winston, ladies and gentlemen. So right here. All right. How many are we voting for in this group? 2. Good work, class. All right, everybody. There are going to be people coming around with buckets. You can put your ballots in there, and they will get those, and we're going to tally those up. All right? Yes. So they will be coming around to get those. And this is the portion of the show where I try to get your attention back, knowing good and well you're drunk and you've seen who you came to see, so you don't give a damn what I say for the next 10 to 20 minutes. So. Oh.
Right. Your ballot is ready. Please hold it in the air.
If you did not hear it in the back, hold up your ballots when you are ready. Hold your ballot in the air when you are ready. Yes. All right. Everybody getting their stuff together? All right. I'm gonna fix some technical stuff. I swear, Kevin Hart doesn't have to do this shit no more. Make sure you raise your ballot in the air when you are done and ready to get it turned in. Any more ballots over here? All right, everybody good. Any more ballots in the center? Any ballots over here to my right? All right. Everybody got your ballots in? Yes. All right, cool. All right. Now I gotta get your half-drunk asses to pay attention while they count this shit. This is the part that is always deaf. But that's all right. I'm happy to be out of the house because I'm 45 and single. It's either this or watch Bob Burgers reruns and think about if Linda has a nice ass or not. So I'm just happy to do that. Oh, man. So yeah, you guys are a good crowd. You had a good energy. You were paying attention. You know, it seemed like you guys were good. Some of you seemed like you were on meth, but that's we went outside for a minute. So. So yes, tell you about me, as I mentioned earlier, started here in 2006 doing this shit, and I still look like the same dude I did back then, because I realized that I look like every black dude you've ever seen in a diversity folder at your job or college. Ridiculous. But yeah, I'll tell you a couple things, man. I'm trying to get in some better shape, because ladies, you ain't going for this young Al Roker look that I've cultivated, so I'm trying to do that. Here's the thing, I've actually lost 10 pounds in the last month and a half. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are a lot more supportive than my friends, because I found out something. Fat people, did you know that your skinny friends have been talking mad shit about you behind your back? And we had no urge to tell you anything, because I told my one friend I hadn't seen, and I was like, yeah, man. I was like, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm good. I was like, hey, man, did you lose weight? I was like, yeah, I lost 10 pounds. He was like, good, because we was worried. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what type of shit you say to somebody? You know, I got a friend with buck teeth. I wasn't like, hey, man, don't use my silverware. Like, I didn't say that. I like you. Yeah, man, you know, this shit is ridiculous. And I'm trying to get in better shape, but here's what I've come to realize. It's too expensive and too difficult to get in good shape in America. Because everything that tastes good for you is terrible, and everything that's healthy tastes what I imagine Donald Trump's breath smells like. Like, this is terrible. That was a tester, because yes, I'm going to talk about 45. You saw a black dude up here, did you think I was going to be talking about shit like, hey, everybody remember Jimmy Buffett concerts? Fuck y'all. Yep. Man, did y'all watch the Republican debates last week? Anybody? Okay, good call. And for those of you that actually didn't want to say anything, I'm still going to talk about the shit. I had to watch the shit for fucking material. Here's what I've come to realize. Nobody likes watching anything with politics because our whole country is nuts now when it comes to politics. This shit is fucking awful at this point. But you know what I've come to realize? We should just let Netflix pick presidential candidates. Seriously, you know how you be watching Netflix and they're like, if you like this show, you may want to watch this. Like, we should just do that shit for the political candidates, you know. They'll be sitting there like, did you watch Django Unchained and root for Samuel L. Jackson's character? Well, maybe you'll like Tim Scott. Then, of course, you know, if you watch Netflix too long, they'd be like, is your ass still awake? You'd be like, if you're still awake, you might like Joe Biden. That's a new one. I don't know. I will say this, man. Like, I know that, you know, talking about politics is dangerous nowadays. And don't worry, I'm not going to do a lot more political jokes because I want to make it to my car. But shit is ridiculous, man. Like, Donald Trump has 91 fucking indictments. Is he dropping a mixtape soon? Like, what the fuck? Rappers ain't never had this much shit in their life. The thing that kills me about that dude, though, is that he is the best at everything. Have you ever noticed he's not the best at like, everything he talks about, he's the best at it, you know? Like, I would love to see that dude on, like, a fucking cooking reality show. Just to watch him, like, oh my God, my cupcakes, they're absolutely phenomenal. Melania ate one and got diabetes, it was so good. Like, she was I like doing those jokes, though, when I can tell you guys are upset. Because we don't know how to laugh at anything anymore because everything is too serious, you know? Like, people take politics and tie it to their identity, you know what I mean? And that's when I realized that me, being a comedian and being black is probably one day gonna get my ass kicked. Yeah, for those of you that are sighing, have my back in about fucking 20 minutes. Some of these people ain't happy. Here's why I say that. I, as a comedian, I always look at irony and stuff, and as a black person, I always look at hypocrisy. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's one of those things that I just have to do all the time because I pay attention. Like, cause you know, I've been up here like, what, a couple times tonight, you see me come back and forth. I think y'all can tell that I'm safe. You know what I mean? This is not threatening. You know, and I have a lot of white friends who I'm their only black friend, you know, and they'll ask me questions, because, you know, I say if we don't have conversations, you know, we don't progress as a society. Although sometimes my friends will, you know, say something and instantly regret it, and I had that shit happen with politics, because, you know, for the one other black dude here tonight, what's up, man, how you doing? White girl's cute too, good work. You know, it's like, I had to deal with a lot of shit from 2008 to about 2016, because, you know, my one friend was like, oh, Tabari, I don't know if America's ready for a black president. And I said, I know you're not, that's why you went half. You went mocha, not milk chocolate. But then, you know, for 8 years, we had health care where everybody could actually get a chance to go to the doctor, which meant that more people were actually going to work and weren't sick and were able to go produce good stuff in the economy. And women, you had autonomy over your body, so you could actually make decisions what you wanted to do. You remember all that shit? And I had to deal with all the fucking jokes of people talking about that dude in a tan suit, like that was the worst shit anybody ever wore. You know, remember all that bullshit? I had to deal with that shit for 8 years and be silent and smile my way through it. And then a fucking failed game show host became president in 2016. You had a shitty cameo in Home Alone 2. Remember that shit? And then my one friend, I couldn't wait to talk to him come 2020, you know, because then 2020 happened and the election happened and his favorite person didn't win. And then January 2021 happened and I was like, oh, Chad, we gotta talk. Because for 8 years I had to put up with his bullshit. And I was like, hey man, you remember how you said you weren't sure if America was ready for a black president? I said, well, given the fact that your boy has filed for bankruptcy 6 times but only claims 4, has been divorced twice, talked about grabbing women by the Heathcliff or the Garfield, depending on your favorite cartoon, also ruined the USFL, filed a suit against a lot of people and lost all of them, paid a prostitute, a porn star to have sex with him and didn't pay her enough, which is why she didn't keep her trap shut, because everybody knows you gotta pay the hoe for dough, and if you don't do that for show, she gonna tell. Ludacris taught you that shit. And then on top of that, on top of all that, the motherfucker stormed the Capitol and had people rioting in the streets. And I was like, hey man, you remember how you said you weren't sure if America was ready for a black president? Well, looking at the scoreboard, Donald Trump is the blackest president we've ever had, if you want to be stereotypical. that didn't laugh, don't worry, I'll get denied a bank loan in 3 weeks. You'll be fine. See, I like doing stuff like that because we don't laugh at ourselves until we take ourselves too seriously because everything we have is attached to our identity. Somebody says something that we don't like and it fucks with us. For example, I went to Catholic school in the 80s. And, don't worry, I was fine because black wasn't the new anything. I was just there. See, some of y'all getting tight already. I can feel it. See, I'll say jokes like this just to see where y'all at because, let's be honest, I don't care what religion or faith you are or no longer are because some of y'all ain't going to church on Sunday with your heathen asses. Or Saturday for our Jewish friends. There's only one reason I can think of in 2023 for anyone to send a child, or more specifically a young, impressionable, Caucasian, supple child to a Catholic school at this point, and it's to answer one question. Is my kid sexy? What? Don't look at me like that. You know that every day there's at least one kid that comes home from school and his parents are like, how was school today, son? It was great. We went to the zoo and I got to touch a turtle and it was fine. Did anybody touch you? No. Honey, this is bullshit. Like, Johnson's kid's been touched 3 times. I told you got ugly ass genes in your family. I mess with everybody because I look at the hypocrisy and everything because we are all full of shit, okay? That's right. Everybody in this room is full of excrement, okay? You know how I know that? Because we are all a nation of haters. That's right. Everybody in this room has something that you hate on that makes you feel good inside, okay? Yeah, because remember how they said America is a country where if you grab it by the bootstraps, and why is it always bootstraps? I like fucking sneakers. But if you grab yourself by the bootstraps and work your way up, you can be successful? Nah, all we do now is go home, watch reality TV, and be like, fat bitch ain't never gonna fall in love. Like, we are a nation full of haters. You know what my favorite show used to be on TV? MasterChef Junior. Yeah, that's right, because I can't cook. The only thing I can make is bacon and apologies. I can't cook at all. But I love MasterChef Junior, and for those of you that are unfamiliar, MasterChef Junior was a cooking competition on nationwide television featuring 9 to 11-year-olds getting screamed at by a British chef trying to save their parents' marriage. That's all it was. What other 9-year-old do you know running around, I need saffron, where's my saffron? I'm like, shit, you need a new bed because you get ready to get a second dad, Billy, good luck. Shit was ridiculous. Like, we don't like any, we love to hate on things. Why do we have more than like 5 episodes of My 600-Pound Life? What? I know that I am overweight. I watch that shit, I'll be like, I have got to go fucking eat a burger. I am anorexic compared to these. They had one episode that I saw last week when I was supposed to be working from home, like most people messing around thinking about all the women that ain't gonna mess with me, so I'm gonna go home later on and actually watch Bob Burgers and go, Linda has a nice ass. Like, ooh, Teddy, if he was the girl, he'd be all right. Anyhow, I'm joking. One of you look so concerned. I'm just trying to see what the line is at this point. Like, I need this $15, so I'm just happy to be here. But seriously, man, like, how do we have more than one episode of that show? You know how? It's because everything we do is self-destructive, like I said earlier. Like, you know one thing that is going to make sure that I never get in shape? Crumble cooking. Have y'all been to a Crumble? That is an accurately named restaurant, because every time I walk past it, my dreams of getting in better shape crumble. I'm like, damn it. That shit is delicious. It's ridiculous, man. That's why I'm just trying to have fun, and as a single dude, I'm sick of this. Like, if you are here tonight with somebody, stay with them, Quit trying to upgrade, okay? You ain't special. Some of y'all came in tonight in a Honda Civic missing 2 hubcaps. You ain't special. Pay your AAA. All I know is I want to make some realistic dating apps, because I'm sick of dealing with the ones I'm dealing with, because I'm on all the dating apps, man. I'm on Match, I'm on Tinder, I'm on Bumble. I'm about to be on Farmers Only, because I'm going to find me a hoe. I'm on every dating app out there. But I'm going to make some realistic ass dating apps. And ladies, I know that y'all have to deal with a lot of BS from men, because you have had sex with many of my friends. But some of y'all are trifling, trolleywops, hookers, hoes, skanks, and scallywags, and someone needs to tell you. And since I'm going home by myself tonight, I will be the one to do so. But seriously, I'm gonna make like some dating stuff. Like I'm gonna make one called like goodenough.net. Why a .net? Because you ain't good enough for a .com. I'm gonna make one called Settle. I'm gonna have my ads too. You know, you see all the dating ads right now, they're all happy. They got like people riding on bicycles and going out and feeding ducks. I'm gonna have some realistic ass ads. You know, first one like, hey girl, your 4 cats are sick of your ass. You can't stitch no more sweaters. If you don't go out the house soon, your Hello Fresh is gonna turn into bitch please. Settle. Don't worry, I got one for dudes. Hey man, you 28 years old and living in your parents' basement. Your band ain't gonna make it. You have masturbated so many times, I'm surprised you haven't done an open mic night at Go Bananas. Y'all paid attention. Settle. Don't worry, I'm gonna do one for myself. Hey man, you a 45-year-old comedian who hasn't had hair since 1998. You thought that you were gonna be the next Kevin Hart. You'll be lucky if your ass doesn't end up outside begging people for change in 2 years because you know good and well you bought that house for too much money that you bought on HGTV. Now you're struggling to pay that mortgage, but your dumb ass spends money like you're going through it like weed and you don't even smoke weed, so you have no excuses. That fat girl that went to the bathroom outside with the lazy eye thought you was cute. Settle. All right, y'all ready to find out who won? All right, now, when I say the name, if you are the person that I say, if you please come up to the stage, get your kudos and celebrate. And for everyone that came out tonight, can we give everyone that hit the stage a round of applause? Because this is not easy to do. And if you didn't win tonight, for the contestants here, don't worry about it. I did this 3 times, never once, and now I get the headline occasionally, and my picture's in the hallway. So the people that won, all retired and quit. Fuck them! All right. So, in the amateur division, moving on is Miss Ivy Lavelle. And also moving on is Spencer Damoki. And now, in the semi-pro division, moving on first is Mr. Greg Winston. I love you, Greg. And also moving on is Miss Osha Dwyer. So one more round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. And this Thursday we have a show, Rand Barnacle and Friends, very funny comic. Many of you have seen him before. And this weekend we have Cy Amundson's Comedy Festival. Gonna be a lot of great all-star comics. I'll be on the Saturday early show doing some other shit. So come on out, have fun. Thank you one more time for coming out. Round of applause for our finalists. Round of applause